A single man, a flash drive, and one of the largest intelligence operations ever built. In 2013, Edward Snowden changed how the world looked at privacy, power, and truth. What he revealed exposed secret surveillance programs that reached every corner of the planet. But how did it all begin? A quiet man inside the system. Edward Joseph Snowden wasn't a politician or a spy in the traditional sense. He was a systems administrator, a tech expert who worked quietly behind the walls of the US intelligence network. Born in North Carolina in 1983 and raised in Maryland, Snowden joined the CIA in 2006 after a brief stint in the Army. His exceptional technical skills opened doors few others could enter. By 2009, he was working for the National Security Agency through private contractors, including Dell, and later Booz Allen Hamilton. Snowden had access to highly classified information, and what he saw disturbed him deeply. Inside the NSA's secure databases, he discovered global surveillance programs designed to monitor phone calls, emails, internet activity, and social media communications, not just of foreign threats, but of ordinary citizens around the world. The more he read, the clearer it became that privacy was being quietly erased, the discovery that changed everything. Snowden learned about PRISM, a top-secret program launched after the September 11th attacks. PRISM allowed the NSA direct access to data from tech giants like Google, Facebook, Apple, and Microsoft. According to official documents, it was meant to track terrorist threats, but Snowden's findings revealed something much larger: mass surveillance on a global scale. He also uncovered XKeyscore, a tool that could search almost anything anyone did on the internet, from emails to browsing history, in real time. Another system, Tempora, shared data with the UK's intelligence agency, GCHQ. Together, these programs formed a massive, interconnected web of digital spying. Snowden was shocked. This wasn't limited to suspects or criminals. Millions of people were unknowingly being tracked. According to documents later released, even world leaders were under surveillance, including German Chancellor Angela Merkel. He realized this was a global issue, not about one country's security, but about human rights and freedom, the decision to leak. By 2012, Snowden had made a decision that would change his life forever. He began secretly copying classified files, thousands of pages detailing surveillance operations, code names, and internal communications. He knew what exposing them would mean: exile, imprisonment, or worse. Yet, he believed the public had a right to know what was being done in their name and against their privacy. In early 2013, Snowden contacted journalists Glenn Greenwald, Laura Poitras, and Ewan McCaskill. He didn't choose them randomly. He chose reporters known for their integrity and courage to publish uncomfortable truths. Using encrypted communication tools, they agreed to meet in Hong Kong, the hotel room that shook the world. In June 2013, in a small hotel room at the Mira Hotel in Hong Kong, Edward Snowden revealed his identity. Poitras filmed the entire process. The Guardian and the Washington Post soon began publishing the first articles based on his leaked documents. The revelations hit like a thunderbolt. The first report detailed the NSA's secret order requiring Verizon to hand over daily records of millions of phone calls. More reports followed, uncovering PRISM, XKeyscore, Boundless Informant, and other classified programs. Snowden's name was instantly known across the globe. Some called him a hero, others a traitor. But one thing was clear: the leaks had exposed something unprecedented. A government system capable of watching almost anyone, anywhere. The global fallout. The reaction was immediate and explosive. Governments scrambled to control the narrative. Then US President Barack Obama defended the programs as necessary tools in the fight against terrorism. Officials said the surveillance targeted only foreign threats, not American citizens. But leaked documents suggested otherwise. Allies like Germany, Brazil, and France were furious. World leaders publicly condemned the US for spying on their citizens and even their own offices. Protests broke out across Europe and Latin America, calling for stronger privacy laws. In the US, debates erupted in Congress. Intelligence officials claimed Snowden endangered national security. Privacy advocates countered that he exposed illegal and unconstitutional surveillance. But while the world debated, Snowden vanished, the escape to nowhere. After leaving Hong Kong, Snowden planned to seek asylum in Latin America. With the help of the WikiLeaks activist Sarah Harrison, he boarded a flight to Moscow. But when the US revoked his passport mid-flight, he became stranded in the airport's transit zone, a man without a country. For 39 days, he lived in legal limbo at Sheremetyevo Airport, unable to enter Russia or leave. Eventually, Russian authorities granted him temporary asylum. To this day, Snowden remains in Russia, living under limited freedom, separated from his home and family. In 2020, he was granted permanent residency. In 2022, he officially received Russian citizenship, a decision that stirred controversy worldwide. The documents that rewrote history. The Snowden files revealed over 1.7 million documents, covering decades of secret intelligence. Operations. The leaks exposed how surveillance extended far beyond terrorism. They showed economic, espionage, tracking of journalists, and monitoring of humanitarian organizations. The NSA wasn't just collecting data, it was building a complete digital map of human communication. The revelations forced the US and its allies to admit to actions that had previously been denied. According to reports, the NSA had collected nearly all internet traffic passing through key global points, including undersea cables and data centers. Even more alarming, private companies were deeply involved. Major tech firms initially denied cooperation, but internal documents suggested their systems were built to allow direct data access. This raised a critical question: who truly controls the digital world? Governments or corporations? The public awakening. The Snowden leaks changed public awareness forever. People started questioning what privacy actually meant in the digital age. Governments rushed to introduce new data protection laws, while tech companies strengthened encryption systems and transparency reports. The debate over privacy versus security became one of the defining conversations of the 21st century. In 2015, the USA Freedom Act was passed, limiting bulk data collection under the Patriot Act. Though some reforms were introduced, many experts argue the intelligence community still operates under broad and secret powers. Snowden's revelations inspired countless activists, journalists, and technologists to fight for privacy, rights, and digital freedom. His story also led to documentaries like Citizen4, which later won an Academy Award, and books that explored how surveillance shapes our society. Despite living in exile, Snowden has continued to speak out. Through online appearances, he advocates for internet privacy, encryption, and transparency. He often says he doesn't regret what he did, only that he can't return home. Legacy and the future of surveillance. Over a decade later, the effects of Snowden's actions still ripple through global politics and technology. Mass surveillance hasn't disappeared, it has evolved. Artificial intelligence, facial recognition, and biometric tracking now make data collection even more powerful. What Snowden revealed was only the beginning of a new digital era, one where the line between safety and control is thinner than ever. Many experts argue that without his leaks, the public would remain unaware of the scope of modern surveillance. The debate he sparked continues to shape legislation, cybersecurity, and even the design of the apps we use every day. But the question remains, was it worth it? Snowden himself believes so. As he once said, "I gave up my life so that you could have yours." Today, Edward Snowden lives quietly in Russia with his wife, Lindsay Mills, whom he married in 2017. Though distant from his homeland, he continues to influence discussions about privacy, technology, and government accountability. His actions divided nations, changed laws, and forced the world to confront a question that still lingers. How much freedom are we willing to trade for security? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Was Edward Snowden a hero or a traitor? The debate isn't over, and maybe it never will be.